Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I haven't figured out a name for it yet. There's a couple of names that I have looming around in my mind at this time. However, the energy is all the same. I am guided by God, my spirit team, the angels, and so on and so forth. And of course, my higher self. And we are here today to pick up on energies and messages for the collective. So if you'd like to stay around, by all means. By the way, I didn't mention my name. I'm Samantha. So welcome. Okay. So let's first pray. Divine Spirit, Spirit guides, Mother God, Father God, please be with me at this time as a vessel to be able to convey the messages that are necessary at this time for the collective, whomever may need to see this video, whether it's one person or 1 million people. May it get to the right people, right to the right individuals. May whatever needs to be conveyed, may it be conveyed with clarity, love, and divine truth. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Amen. All right, let's get started. All right, let's see here. Let's knock some of this energy out that I had from a previous personal reading that I had done. So let's see what we're getting here. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Some of y'all got love coming in. And for a good portion of y'all are falling back in love with yourselves or learning to fall in love with yourself. Building new communities. Finding out that you are not to be a part of other people's community. You're supposed to create your own. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Okay. That's it. Okay, that's enough for now. All right. So thus far, you know what? Let me finish shuffling first before I name off these cards. And if anyone would like to know, I am using the Sacred Destiny Oracle, as well as the Light Seers Tarot. Okay. Let's see here. What else? Y'all are breaking cycles, man. There are times when you've had to, where you've gotten back into the same rhythm of something that you're trying to break, but you are getting to the point where you are mastering that. Okay. Ooh, that's it. That's funny. Okay. Bottom. All right. So we've got the Lovers upright, Ten of Pentacles upright, the World in reverse, Two of Wands upright, the Sun upright, and the Seven of Swords upright. And the card from the Sacred Destiny card deck is Love. It's beautiful, all those flowers, the roses. So, alrighty. Yeah, Yeah, y'all are, and all of a sudden I just got to say we, so I guess that's me included as well. Because I can admit that I'm in a time myself as well where I'm learning to love myself again, or finding how to love myself, in other arenas. And I feel as though it may be like this for at least one person here, where we have loved ourselves, where you've loved yourself, and it's shown up in certain ways in your life. However, you've been completely neglectful of yourself in other arenas. Not exactly intentionally, but not intentionally or deliberately, but it has happened. And in some ways, it is intentional. Or at least that lack of self love thinks that you don't deserve it, or that your wants, needs, desires, dreams should be placed on the back burner while caring for other people, while thinking that that job is important, while thinking that all those bills are important, everything else, all hustling and bustling and completely forgetting about you. But now you're in a season where it has completely flipped, and or you're in that transition of it completely flipping with that world in the reverse. Normally that would be things turning back, but how it's coming to me at this time, especially with how on either side you've got the Lovers and Ten of Pentacles and the Two of Wands and the Sun on the other side. How I can also too see this is okay, you're doing your best not to fall back into old patterns. You're doing your best not to give in to temptations that no longer serve you anymore. You're releasing connections that no longer serve you, people, and it's bittersweet at times. Some is like, absolutely, I no longer need these people, this experience, this job. I don't need to live in this same city anymore. I don't need any of that any longer. Absolutely. However, there is oh Lord, all of a sudden I lost what I was going to say. Interesting. But you are welcoming this new energy in. And how it's showing me, how I'm seeing this right now is you also too feel as though you're trying to figure out whether you want one thing or the other. Whether you should solely focus on a possible lover, a love interest coming in, and companionship, whether it's platonic and or romantic or both, or starting that business, traveling the world, wondering whether or not you should go for that venture that you've been thinking about ever since you were 5 years old, accomplishing, going back to school, and being independent, finding your independence again, finding your sovereignty. Or healing from heartbreak and allowing love to come in, romantic love, and the right friendships, the right connections, the resources. So there's an internal battle of it. But I'm hearing all of a sudden, who says that you can't have it all? Who says that you can't be in your sovereignty, in your independence, living your passions expressing yourself freely, intentionally. Who says that you can't do that all in the midst of knowing what it feels like to be genuinely, sincerely, deeply loved, cherished, respected, and liked? Let's acknowledge like, okay? Everybody's always so big on love or respect. What I find very interesting is if we're going to bring genders involved, male versus female, we're so big on love. Oh, he loves me. Oh, love, love, love. Oh, God, yes, he loves me. He gave me this. Men are big on respect. I don't give a damn if she loves me or not, as long as she respects me. I know good and doggone well she won't go out, tell her family, her friends, any random person about our business or talk bad about me. As long as she respects me, don't get me wrong, they'll take love, but they take respect over love. And then I found that many women, they'll take love over respect. Next thing you know, they're like, oh, he says he loves me. He loves me. He tells me he loves me when we're together and making love and everything else, but he doesn't respect me. Baby, you don't respect yourself. Oh, Lord, that came out. That was for somebody. Anyway, I say that with love. You don't respect yourself, so he can't respect you. He or they, whomever it is that you're with, mind you, it's open to whomever's listening, relationships, genders, whatever. And men, they'll take the love too, but they don't like to admit that they get hurt too, emotionally and so forth. They don't want to get their hearts involved. They rather have the respect. But let me tell you something. You are entitled. You are worthy. That's the better word. Of being loved, respected, cherished, and liked. How many of y'all have seen relationships? People talk about, oh yeah, I love him, I love her, I love them. And yeah, we've been together for however long. But they don't like each other. Me personally, I don't understand that. Like, in the sense of, I wouldn't be able to be with anybody, let alone anybody in my vicinity who I don't like. I mean, deliberately, willfully allowing anybody in my circle, my personal space, who I don't even like. So, I'm not shaming anybody. It's just learning the difference between like, love, simply being attracted to somebody versus actually liking some. Like, just because you're attracted to somebody, that does not mean that you got to get with them. Just because you're attracted to somebody does not mean that you can't be friends with them. Just because they are attractive does not mean that, excuse my French, and hopefully I don't, whether I get monetized or not, that'd be great. However, I gotta say it like it is. Whether or not, just because they're attractive, that does not mean that they're fuckable. How many of y'all out there fuck somebody because they were attractive and then you realize that you shouldn't have fucked them to begin with? You realize you probably should have just been friends. So, yes, I believe that men and women can be friends, but it takes a level of maturity to do that. It takes a level of self-awareness, of self-love, of self-respect. This ain't just a physical union. This is the union of the masculine and feminine within as well. Love you first. Know thyself first. Oh, girl, he fine. And knowing the type of person I am, I have found that the moment somebody opens up their mouth, they become very unattractive. So, Learn. Learn you first. And you're learning as well from a romantic point of view that your type at one point in time was not something that ever really served you. You're learning to open yourself up to not just what you think you want, or what you like, what you think you like, or even what you think you need. What I have found sometimes in life is that what we think we want and need is not what we think we want is not what we need. And what we think we want and need and desire is not what God has in store for us to begin with. We block our own blessings. Ooh, Lord, I'm ashy. We block our own blessings, trying to figure out or thinking that, oh yeah, I know what I want. And it's good to know what you want in life sometimes. It really should, and it's necessary, because then you can't lay that foundation for where you possibly may go or what you may do. But then there are other times when those likes, those so-called needs and desires are stemmed from prejudice. They're stemmed from environments that never served you to begin with. Things that people say, things that you grew up hearing, things that you grew up that was instilled in you as beliefs. That's no longer serving you. That's better. Moisturization. So, this is a whole journey, a whole new metamorphosis of self. Finding, or not even just finding, but becoming familiar with again, with the love within. Finding that the right people for you will come, even at times when you least expect it, but the right ones will. In the Seven of Wands, I've indirectly talked about it. But yeah, you're taking your power back. You're learning to take your power back. And you see these crows, these ravens. It's interesting how one of them looks like a crow, the others kind of look like ravens, but regardless, they're death. They represent death, rebirth, change, protection. The past, the present, the future. So that's another thing. Y'all may be finding feathers all over the doggone place. You may even see birds just all of a sudden they fly to your window, or they perch up on your car, or you just encounter one and one's just staring at you. Just getting your attention. They're with you. They're guiding you. For some people, so various birds, I know I've seen some personally. Owls for some people. Owls, crows, ravens, hawks, or falcons, because sometimes they can be a bit difficult to differentiate, especially depending on the region that you're in. So birds may be significant for some people. They may be some people's spirit animals, or their spirit guides, animal totems, animal spirits. So birds are hugely significant for somebody here. Those are messengers. That's another thing. They're messengers. They bring messages to you from the other side, from past loved ones. Benevolent, not malevolent. Benevolent loved ones. From your spirit guides. And I'll go into another video about ancestors and how we all, how I see ancestors, at least. I understand everyone's thoughts about ancestors are totally different. I believe there's truth in it all, but there's also there's definitely some differences there. But anyway, I digress. So yeah. Also, too, I don't know, all of a sudden I just saw the sun card here. Some of y'all need to be outside, like get some vitamin D. Listen, I'm not one of those people who tell you, like, for some of y'all, yeah, y'all may need to be around people, and I totally get it. You don't really want to be around people sometimes. But at the very least, if you don't want to be around people, that's fine. At least get some sun. Go out, go walking, go for a hike. If you got a lake or a pond near you, or if you got a trail, hit the trail. Get some sun. And especially in the seasons that we are in now, fall going into winter, in some places it's sun is easier to come by than other places. However, do your best to go outside, get some air. And if the sun isn't out, step outside your door, and if there's grass, take your shoes off and put your feet in grass. I don't care if it's 5 minutes, for a minute, 5 minutes, a whole hour. Just connect back to the earth. Deeply breathe through the nose. Hold it a little bit, and then out the mouth. Okay? Do that as many times as you need to, because then you'll realize that you ain't breathing. How many of us walking around here not even realize that we breathing? The moment we take one in, we about to pass out. Out of breath. Think about acting like we just ran 2 miles. Breathe, baby, breathe. Okay. So yeah. I'm gonna pluck one more card. I'm getting to see if one more card would come out. I think we may be wrapping up here soon. Another thing too, flowers. Y'all, buy yourself some flowers. Okay, this is the one. Okay, good. Thank you. I don't feel like dealing with all that. Okay, buy yourself some flowers. Plant some flowers. If you're able to plant some flowers, plant some flowers. Get you some roses. Get you some tulips. Was it? I can't remember. There are certain flowers, tulips in particular, where you can plant them in the winter. They'll go dormant, and then by spring they start blossoming. So even if you don't see it immediately, you're planting seeds. All right? And who knows, by the time they start blooming, other things in your life may start blooming too. Plant some flowers. If you can't plant any flowers, go to your local store or florist, wherever, and get you some flowers. If you can't get and gift those to yourself. I don't care if you have to go up to the florist and say, yes, I want to write a card and dedicate it to this person, and it's you. Do that, okay? Do that. If you can't get flowers, if you aren't a big flower person, get you some, I know that there's some places where they sell eucalyptus leaves. Get you some eucalyptus and put that in your house. Put it in your shower. Put it over your bed, hanging over your bed. Do that. Inhale that. Breathe. Okay. All right. Last card, 7 of Wands. We got 7 of Swords and we got 7 of Wands. 7, number 7 is introspection. It's the middle. And depending on the mythology that you may follow, or I don't exactly like to call it mythology, considering that a lot of that is steeped in truth. There's a lot of truth behind all of that, but that's another topic for another video. in Mayan astrology. 7 is the midway point of the pyramid. It's the middle, which means you got 1 foot in the spirit, 1 foot in the physical. Learning how to balance those two beings, those two situations, those two experiences. And with 7 of Wands, and then coupled with the 10 of Pentacles too. And actually, if you couple it with nearly everything here, there's some of y'all, if not everybody, who we're going to go over this one by one because all of a sudden I'm seeing various things, okay? Not only, yes, be outside, but also to continue to stay within. I'm not saying, oh, just stay in the house. It's okay if you do that, but definitely get out, go outside. But cultivate, learn your boundaries. Cultivate what respect is for you. Cultivate, actually even learn another modality, learn a skill, learn a craft, okay? But this is also too keeping to yourself. It's okay to be outside and keep to yourself. You could do that at the same time. It's all right. I'm not sitting up here telling you to go out, meet people, mingle, do this, do that. No, we are not in a season of finding people anymore. The right people will come to us. Okay? You building your own community. You ain't out here searching for people. The right people will come to you. Okay? The 7 of Wands here. The general aspect here, what I'm getting all of a sudden, even though you're going to have people to be like, what you doing? Where you going? Where you at? Who you with? Girl, what's going on in your life? Man, I ain't heard you in forever. I ain't seen you in forever. I ain't heard from you. I ain't seen you. What's going on with you? Keep your mouth shut. There's a love interest coming in your life. Keep your mouth shut. If you building an empire, keep your mouth shut. If you trying to travel the world and go to various places and want to live your dreams like that, keep your mouth shut and just do it. If you want to build your own business, if you don't ever want to work again and you just want to live and enjoy your life, keep that shit to yourself. If you getting some money, keep that to yourself. That is yours. With your giving heart, with your loving self, you've already given enough. What's for you is for you. We ain't overly giving anymore. What's for you is for you, and love is for you.